Ah, there you go. She's got a little cheeky little laugh there at the end, doesn't she, old Kimber? And Casey Chambers took me home a few times.
Well, you remember a few years ago. I
don't remember what happened yesterday.
Yeah, I know. You're getting old-timers disease.
Forgetful.
But a few years ago here, right in this very studio, we had Amber Lawrence and Paul Costa. They were doing a tour, remember?
That's right, we did too.
And they came in and they played a few songs for us live, and we had a great fun time. We had a really good fun time.
We always do on the show.
And you said then and there, said, how come Paul Costa hasn't had a number one hit?
I know, and look what's happened.
And Bob, there it is. So if you want to get a number one hit, why don't you come in, get interviewed by Tracy the Big D, and we'll go from there.
Write a couple of
but
songs.
on a serious note, joining us now is Paul Costa. Congratulations, 2 number ones in succession, Paul. Well done.
Oh, thanks very much, guys. You must have been good luck. I must have rubbed something to make it all happen. I don't know, but it's a big thrill, of course, and I still remember when I popped in there, and you guys are so friendly and so supportive, obviously. So thanks very much for that.
We do have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Life's too short to be serious all the time.
It definitely is.
What has having a couple of number ones done for Paul Costa?
Oh, look, I think it's not any one or two particular things in a career. I think it's you keep chipping away, and I think you get to where you want to go to. I don't think there's a massive event or one, well, I haven't seen it anyway. A particular event that catapults you from obscurity to a household name. Unless you win X Factor or something like that, maybe. But it's been a great ride. I think definitely something that I'm very proud of, and I think maybe a lot of people just might be taking a little bit more notice now in some areas. Possibly, you just never know.
It's fair to say though that you've when people talk about touring, it's probably good to have a look at your tour dates and see where you're going. Nowhere's too far, is it?
No, definitely not. I'm just back from Darwin. I've just been involved in Urban Quest up there with Mission Australia, and a lot of people might know that I'm an ambassador for Mission Australia. But at the moment we're just putting together I'm hosting a holiday to Phuket, Thailand. So yeah, nowhere's too far. I mean, went to Europe and did a riverboat cruise last year from Amsterdam to Budapest. So yeah, it's all on the table, I guess.
Well, I was having a look at your upcoming gigs now, because you've just been to Darwin, then you've got South Australia, Northern Territory, Victoria, New South Wales, back to Victoria. You're up and down like a yo-yo, mate.
Yeah, well, I was just talking to someone today, and they said, where's the best place for you to live, or where do you get all your gigs? I said, it doesn't really matter where, because it just involves travelling. That's just part of what you do, and obviously I love it. I've been doing it for so long now, and it's just if I'm not going somewhere, or it just doesn't feel right. So
the travel bag's always packed ready.
It is definitely.
Tracy and I had an opportunity a couple of years ago to go to the Northern Territory, and Adelaide River, just spectacular. Have you done the Adelaide River muster before?
No, I'm looking forward to it. I've heard so many good things about it, and someone said Adelaide River, that's the place to see the big crocs. So
yeah.
I'm pretty keen to see a real live full-size crocodile. Just something that I haven't done yet, and not too close, but close enough to appreciate its beauty.
If you do that Adelaide boat cruise, I'm telling you, you get very close. You can actually fit there. Oh, it's a bit too scary, I think.
You could actually pat them. They're that close to you.
You don't want to.
Not something I aspire to. I think there's a nice big thick gate between me and the croc. Not
on those cruises. You get too close and you think, what is going on here?
There were 2 boats leaving the day we went and did it, and one was a 2-story nice big boat, and the other one was seriously about a 14-foot dinghy. And we thought, please let us be in the big one.
So of those crocs would be larger than 14 foot.
Absolutely.
And of course, not being the normal tourist like as we would be, I'm walking up the ramp from the boat, and I mean, there's crocodiles right there off the ramp. Darren decides, well, he's going to follow me up the ramp, and he jumped down and he grabbed my leg, and well, yes, you can just imagine the whole story from there.
Oh no! Screaming, lots of screaming.
There was, yes, and there were a few words that flew out there that I didn't know I even knew.
Colourful.
Now, we better get back to Paddy Paul. Now, Mud Bulls and Music later on this year, November 1st, you're going to be up here as well, back in just 1 hour up the road from us, right here in Mud Bulls and Music. Is that is that a return for you?
It is. I haven't been to Mud Bulls. I think the last time I was there was 2006 or 7. So it's been a little while. But very, very keen to get back, and I remember having an absolute ball last time, so I can't understand for the life of me why it's been so long, but it's just the way things have worked out.
It's always the way, though, when you consider the festival circuit is getting busier. We see more and more festivals coming on. There is only so much talent pool, but there's also the existing gigs. Obviously, you know, when you've got performances to do, sometimes they just don't marry up.
Yeah, well, definitely. I mean, it's one of those things where I guess you look at, you know, depending on who books you, you honour that booking and then do what you have to do. You know, and then sometimes you might, a great opportunity like some, you know, particular muster or event might come along afterwards and you say, oh, you know, that would have been nice to do that one as well, but you can't be everywhere. So, but it's good. It's great to be busy, and I'm very thankful for that.
I mean, we're not going to put you on the spot and ask you which event is your favourite, but I can tell you that Darren's favourite event of the year would be the Melbourne Cup, and I noticed that you're playing Cup Day at Mansfield in Victoria. Have you done Melbourne Cup gigs before?
No, I'm trying to think. I don't think so.
It's a crazy day.
This is the first time. I'm expecting some well-dressed guys and girls.
Well, they start out well-dressed.
Big hats. Oh, it
does get a bit rowdy.
How can we say rowdy? That's a good word.
It gets very, very rowdy, and sometimes we don't know who we are by the end of the day, and it is a great day, and yet I can tell you that by the end of the day, the crowd just love the band, doesn't matter who you are, so I'm telling you, you're going to have a hoot playing at that one.
I'm really looking forward to it, and, you know, it's like I think most bands, once you set up, you're kind of there for the party, and if everybody wants to party with you, I mean, that just makes for a great night.
Well, we're going to talk about the new single, the one that's getting out there at the moment, The Big End of Town. But first of all, Paul, this year we've decided, right, we've been too nice over the last few years, and we haven't asked the basic questions. So
the tough questions.
They're tough ones. So the Big D's come up with a list of 4. So prepare yourself. The first 2 are quite easy, but then you have to think about the last 2.
Hanging on. Yep.
All right, here we go. Your favourite food?
Garlic and chili prawns.
Oh,
yum. Now I'm hungry.
We're coming to your place.
Favourite footy team of any code?
Well, if I had to pick one, it'd be Richmond Tigers, Victorian boy. I grew up in our area was the actual recruiting ground for Richmond, so I guess I've got to say Richmond. Yeah, I'm not a big football fan by any means, but if I had to say a team, yeah.
Oh, well, they're not going so bad this year, so there's a few fans coming out of the woodwork this year. Don't worry about that. A song you wish you had have written?
Ooh, one of my favourite songs of all time. Well, there's probably 2 favourite songs of all time, but if I had to pick one. You know, I love the song Unchained Melody.
Yep.
Ghost. It's a bit ghosty. But I'd have to say that and the Righteous Brothers performing that is like...
Perfect, isn't it?
Just incredible.
Of course, it's
really. And I actually had the pleasure of seeing the Righteous Brothers perform that live in Las Vegas.
Oh, wow.
You gave me goosebumps.
Yeah, standing ovation. It was incredible just to be there and see it happen. It was fantastic, and well, I got a standing ovation for that, and You've Lost That Loving Feeling, which two incredibly good songs. But I didn't actually realise that they were really most of the show was rock and roll, full on rock and roll. They're all rockers, you know. But they just had these two amazing, more ballad-like hits, which were, incredible.
And what advice would you have given to 13-year-old Paul Costa?
It's okay, no one's listening.
That's a great question. Maybe a few clips under the ear. Look, I think because I've got a 2.5-year-old boy now, and I would say the thing that I say to him, and he's just like he's got so much passion about all of it. You can just see it in him already. But follow your heart. You know,
Beautiful.
I think that's probably the best thing you could absolutely say to anyone. Follow your heart. If you do what you love, you don't work a day in your life. You know. I think that's,
Well, you survived the 4. Well done. Congratulations, Paul.
That was fun, guys. That was good.
Okay, so we're going to go out now with Big End of Town. Tell our listeners a little bit about this one before we kick into it.
Big End of Town, the idea came about when it was a lead up to the New South Wales state elections.
Oh, I thought you were going to say State of Origin then. I was getting excited.
But even you listen to the lyrics now, it's quite applicable to our national situation at the moment, and you know, even any big business or corporation could relate to the lyrics of the song. But the title came about when I was during that commercial, and I even honestly forget which I was picking on who, but the lady come on and said, "Are you working for the people or for the big end of town?" And they actually got me to do the voice for that.
You do it so well.
No, I didn't. No, they didn't. But, and big end of town. I thought, it's like a light bulb went off. What a great title for a song, and plenty of content matter. So it came about. I wrote the song with Tamara Stewart. We actually talked about a whole range of things and how we wanted to structure the song, and you know, not overdo it, you know, but just make it so people can enjoy the song, or get into the lyrics a bit, and obviously, you know, hopefully get people to think, and I think it's kind of like a stand up to the little guy type of song, you know. You know, let's keep an eye, keep them honest. Let's keep them honest type of song.
Well,
so yeah.
Well, let's keep them honest right now. This is Paul Costa and Big End of Town.